Wemby's debut was strange to say the least. This was not the version of Wemby that I expected to see, but I'm also not surprised either. Victor had the whole world watching him play this game, so the pressure was at all-time high. I will say the best players do step up when their name was called, and Wemby did not do that last night. The Spurs did face off against the Brandon Miller-led Hornets, and it did not look good for Wemby. Wemby finished the game 2 for 13 from the field and only making 1 3, going 1 for 6 from deep. On the Metropolitans, he only shot 27% from 3, so I'm not that surprised, but it did sound like World War II when Wemby shot the ball last night. Hopefully in his next appearance in the Summer League, he can get that feel he needs to knock down the jumpers I know he can make. In his press interview after the game, he said this.
Hey Victor, what did you think of your performance tonight, and what was it like just to step out there in a Spurs uniform and to finally this moment that you've been anticipating for so long to finally live it?
Yeah, special moment. Really, really special. You know, to wear that jersey for the first time. It's really an honor. And overall, I'm glad we won this game. There's no better way to start for a premiere. And yeah, you know, I'm honestly I didn't really know what I was doing on the court tonight, but it's you know, I'm trying to learn for the next games, and the importance is to be ready for the season.
It definitely felt like he didn't know where he was, but just in case you don't know where you are, you're at the Analytical YouTube, so I would love and appreciate if you do like this video, subscribe, and turn those post notifications. Let's get into it. First, I'm going to talk to you about his offensive output, then his defensive output, because they were drastically different. Wemby started the game against the Hornets really slow. His first attempt at the basket was an ISO against Kai Jones, who I do want to say has been really good in the Summer League. Kai Jones played great defense, forcing Wemby to take an awkward scoop layup from the side of the goal. He followed up this play with a face-up jumper against Kai Jones again, and Kai forced him to miss another jumper, making Wemby 0 for 2 2 minutes in the game. His next play was actually in transition. If you watch the video I broke down what the Spurs should expect from Wemby, I mentioned Wemby's intellect on matchup switching into the transition. Wemby notices Brandon Miller, who is only 6'9", which I know sounds ridiculous, but Wemby is 7'3". He immediately puts him in the post, gives him a shimmy, but misses the wide open dunk, making him 0 for 3 already. Wemby's best plays of the night offensively were actually his assists. After a nice block, he grabs the ball and pushes the ball up the court and dots his teammate on a nice cut. He follows that up with his first basket of the game, which again shows the smartness of Wemby in transition. He notices he has a small player on him and immediately posts him up and gets a layup out of it. Skipping ahead a little bit, I want to talk about the viral clip of Brandon Miller locking up Wemby. Wemby's strength was a big concern going into the season, and rightfully so. I feel like he needs to bulk up because he tends to pop to shoot the 3 or a deep 2 rather than using his size to dominate in the paint. In this play, Wemby gets the mismatch against Brandon Miller again, but this time, he doesn't have enough strength to back him down and make a bucket on him. What is even worse is that Brandon Miller stripped the ball from Wemby, forcing a turnover. After this, Wemby's pretty much went scoreless for the rest of the game except for a 3-pointer I will talk about later. However, the play of the night that completely ruined any Wemby agenda talk was this.
From deep, this whole experience, all of it's been great. Great for him, great for us, and we'll learn every step of the way.
Well, I just got a welcome to the NBA moment right there. Your timing was not impeccable.
That's right. Kai Jones dunked on Wemby right when the Spurs general manager was talking about him, which then was followed by Brandon Miller crossing up Wemby, in which Wemby did his best Reggie Miller impression. You can tell it wasn't the best night for Wemby, but it happens to everybody. Now, I will say despite all that, players that can affect the game outside their offensive capabilities is players that I would want on my team. Wemby couldn't get the basket to go down, but he affected the game more than what the stat sheet says. His presence on defense is very real. He blocked away 5 shots, including 1 on the perimeter against Brandon Miller. He also had 3 assists and probably more if his teammates didn't miss the easy buckets. He also tallied in 8 rebounds as well. So trust me, when someone keeps blocking your shot, you will eventually get tired of it and stop trying them. So despite the tough night, wins in the NBA matter more than what the stat sheet does. Are you affecting the game enough for your team to win? And people aren't going to like me saying this, but last night Victor did. If you can't offer much offensively, be the energy on defense. Dive for loose balls, fight for rebounds, hype up the team, etc. The last play I want to talk about is a contested 3-pointer late in the game with 2 minutes left on the clock. One thing I mentioned about Wemby is that contesting a Wemby shot at its peak of his jumper is likely less to happen than a regular old Joe winning in the lottery. It's pretty much impossible. Kai Jones does actually get a decent contest, but it doesn't matter. With a little contact, Wemby drills the 3 and knocks down the free throw for the 4-point play. So what do you think about Wemby so far, and what do you expect out of him for his next game? Let me know down below in the comment section. If you like these type of videos, please hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications. Thank you.